But at some point in time, you're going to have to pick between your career and your marriage.
We're dating for 2 months and then they got engaged and they were just kind of like, when we knew, we knew.
Kind of out of nowhere was blindsided and served in front of my son at my house.
Every dating app is now turning into people who just want to fuck.
I have been like madly in love one time in my life. And now that person and I are friends. And I will even hear his voice now. And it's like,
go do things that you're interested in to meet someone who has which is rich coming from me because I haven't done that yet, but my plan is to eventually.
And like the prenup conversation, which I think everybody should have a prenup, even if you start out having nothing. I think that it's important for you to just be protected. Okay, so we're doing this one on the fly because we started having a great conversation about dating and long-term relationships and things to talk about before you actually get married to someone.
I'm not coming from a perspective of being in a long-term relationship, but I have friends who are in long-term relationships. One, they're engaged now. We're planning their wedding. I say we because I am included in said planning. But we were just talking about, like there's a lot of things kind of going into marriage that I think a lot of people don't realize you need to figure out before you say I do. And those things, typically you end up having those conversations after the fact, and it
doesn't usually end well.
No bueno, because I do know someone that they were not on the same page regarding kids and having kids and still got married.
Happens way more often than you would like imagine.
Yeah, they still got married, and it was, the other person did not ever come around on the fact of having kids, and it was part of the reason. I don't want to say it was the only reason, but it was part of the reason it didn't end up working out. And so I want your insight on what are those small things people may not think of that they need to have those conversations before they marry somebody.
Well, so I think it's that, but I also think it's if you're compromising too much and giving in too much, like I think that that's a big indicator that maybe you shouldn't be doing this or needing to talk about that as well. But okay, so some of the conversations that need to be had, I think for sure about money. And what does that look like? Should you have joint accounts, which is like traditionally what people do. But a lot of times now people have his individual account, her individual account, and then a joint account. And so then they have less fights about money because this money's over here, this money's over here, and then this is like the bill money. So I think that's a big one to talk about. I think obviously kids. I think where you're going to live. That was a huge problem in my marriage. I didn't ever get over the resentment of living here. I will own that 100%. And I don't know. I definitely gave in on that one and I shouldn't have. Trying to think of other things that we need to be talking about. So a big one is sex too. And what are the expectations? And what does this look like? And like, what is like going forward? And even like what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do. Do you want to experiment with things? Do you not? Like getting that all on the table so that you're not in this like 10 years. And then all of a sudden you guys don't know how to have these tough conversations.
Yeah.
Even like the prenup conversation, which I think everybody should have a prenup. Even if you start out having nothing, I think that it's important for you to just be protected. And there's a divorce lawyer that I love and follow and read all his books and whatever. His name is James Sexton. And his big thing is if you are too afraid to have a conversation about a prenup, why are you getting married?
I think is he on TikTok?
And I reshare his stuff all the time.
Okay, because I was like, I think I've heard that sounds familiar.
Yes.
Because I think he's also done videos where if celebrities are getting married, his first piece of advice is prenup.
I think that's his advice for everybody because you just walk in and you already know what's expected.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's like, or what you're going to get out of it.
And so if you know that, like, for example, for me with my student debt, a partner's not going to want to take that on.
No, they're not.
So if something happens, I know that debt's mine. And that other person feels better knowing I don't have to take that on.
Without question.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. And that's a hard conversation to have. So if you can't even talk about that,
Mm-hmm.
like we've got to be able to have hard conversations. And I think that when you're in that honeymoon period and you're super excited, and a lot of times people are just planning for the day, not the lifetime. I think that's the other thing, is that at every decade of our lives, we become different human beings. So are we going to grow together or are we going to grow apart? And what does growing together look like?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's just off the top of my head.
I mean, I think that's a great answer.
Thanks.
Some of that I kind of already knew, but some of it I didn't.
What didn't you know?
Um, I guess like having that conversation, because I think in my head I always knew that like people change as they get older, as life happens, you change as a person.
Mm-hmm.
But I never really ever thought of like sitting down and having a direct conversation of, when I change as a person,
Mm-hmm.
how are we going to face that? Because I guess in my head, I just thought you both change as people and you just continue to choose to do it together.
Well, I think you can continue to choose to do it
Yeah.
together. But I also think that, especially if you get married young, so statistically, the younger you get married, the more likely you are to get divorced. So there's that. I got married pretty young. I was 25. And so I think that played a big role in it, because who we were at 25 definitely was not who we were at 45 when I got divorced. And we also, I think, and not to like totally throw him under the bus, because I think he had great intentions for a lot of it. But I probably 15 years ago, one of my very best friends' husbands they were at the house barbecuing and having a pool party, and everyone was going in the house. And he pulled me aside and he said, "Hey, I just want you to know, like, we're super proud of you and like we love your success. But at some point in time, you're going to have to pick between your career and your marriage, because this isn't going to work long term. Because when I started making more money, the cracks that were already in the foundation got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger." And I will say I was very much focused on the business and didn't put in the time and effort that I should have in hindsight. And I think we can go back. I can go back and tell you all the things that I did wrong that I wish that I would have done differently. But even and before, when we were younger and we would have those conversations about, like, he'd always be like, "Oh my gosh, if you make more money, that's great. I love that." Like, and I believe that he meant it in the moment. But then when it actually came to fruition, it was definitely an issue.
Okay. Yeah.
So checking in, we didn't check in on that. We
It's not just a
didn't.
one-time conversation either. It's
No,
yeah.
no. And then I got nervous and didn't really talk about finances the way that I should have. So he built up a lot of resentment because he thought that I was hiding how much money I was making. I mean, it was just like all these stupid things that like could have been solved with a very simple conversation. And don't get me wrong, I'm very glad that we're not together anymore. He's very happily remarried, and I think that's great and wish them all the luck in the world. I'll never get remarried again. But there's so many things that could have changed things with simple conversations. Because that's not a hard conversation to have.
Yeah. No, it's really not. It's harder to have that conversation of, are we choosing to end this, than,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, and
at least I would think that type of conversation is way harder to have than.
So to be brutally honest, I wasn't afforded the opportunity to have that conversation.
Oh, okay.
I out of nowhere. I mean, things weren't great. Kind of out of nowhere was blindsided and served in front of my son at my house. And so we didn't get to have that. And I think if we could have had that conversation, things would look very different today. But I was not given the opportunity to have that conversation. Did you know that part?
I don't know if I did.
Yeah, surprise.
I don't know if I did.
It was a little traumatizing.
Yeah.
Me and the kids have had to do some therapy around that one.
Yes.
But
I believe, yes.
Yeah. But yeah. But again, communication.
Yeah.
So clearly that was a big problem with us.
Yes. Yeah.
As evidenced by the end.
Well,
and even the beginning, because I had no idea. We hadn't talked about marriage. We hadn't talked. The only thing that I said was a joke about how, because I didn't want to ever get married. I knew that way, way young. And I made a joke about, because we were broke college. He was in graduate school. I was graduating undergrad. And I said something about I wouldn't marry him for less than a carrot and it had to be perfect. And then that's what he did shortly thereafter.
I mean,
So
he followed the guidelines.
yes, but like we didn't talk about like, okay, we should get engaged. Or
Yes.
we'd been
Yeah.
dating for 6 months. We got engaged
Yeah.
in public, so I didn't feel like I could say no.
I do know that story.
I wanted to say, yeah, we won't.
I do know that
I won't
story.
say the whole story. I wanted to say no. I didn't say no because we were in public, and I didn't want to embarrass my parents. But then we were engaged for 18 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then lived together, and like so we had built some foundation. We just hadn't built a good foundation.
Yeah. So I can't speak totally for my parents, but I'm gonna share a little bit of their story because they have told me a little bit about it. They were dating for 2 months before they got engaged.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they were both, what were they? In their early 30s?
Okay.
30, if not 30 exactly, when they had me. And they were
Okay.
married for 2 years before they had me.
Okay.
So they were in their late 20s. My dad had already been in and out of the Marines.
Mm-hmm.
My mom had already lived in Chicago, lived in Boston, had traveled to South Africa, like dated a bunch of, obviously not the one.
Obviously not the one.
But they met at their high school reunion because they had known each other. They went to high school, the same high school.
My mom and dad did too.
Met at their high school reunion. My mom was still living in Chicago. Yes, she was, because they took a date and went to a baseball game at Wrigley Field. So
so sweet.
Our dog's first dog as a family when I was really little, his name was Wrigley.
Okay, I love that.
So, anyways, yeah, they were dating for 2 months and then they got engaged, and they were just kind of like, when we knew, we knew. Like, we had been around the world, literally. Dated enough people to know. But I just, like, in my head, at being 24, I can't imagine, like, 2 months and then saying yes and then getting married, and now here we are
all these years later,
over 25 years later.
I think I don't disagree with when you know.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I can ever say that I have known, which, oh, hello, duh.
Which, like, that's like, okay, when you know, but like, how do you know?
Because okay. So even though I have not experienced that exact feeling, I think it's instinctual. I think there's a soul connection.
Yeah.
And you truly just know.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just mind-boggling to me.
Like, I can say I have been like madly in love one time in my life. And now that person and I are friends, and I will even hear his voice now, and it's like calming. Now, would I ever date him now? No way in the world. We are very good friends, and that is as far as it needs to go. But we do have a very deep soul connection where we didn't talk for 15 years, whatever, and we just picked up where we left off. So I think that we have people in our lives where you just know. Yeah.
I mean, it's not to say I've never told a boyfriend I've loved them, because I have said that to a boyfriend before.
Sure.
And I've also not said it when I probably should have said it.
Fair.
Dating nowadays is just, in general, sucks. Like, I tried the whole dating app thing.
Yes.
I have absolutely no desire to ever. I'm single right now, and if I find someone, I find someone, but it will not be through a dating app. I will never get back on that.
I can't imagine.
I will never. If I'm ever telling you that I am so bored, I will consider re-downloading Hinge. I need to go touch grass. I need to, like.
That's on the list.
It is on the list.
Oh, she woke up. Here we go, kids. She woke up.
Paisley, you need to knock some sense into me.
Well, okay, so here's what we'll do then. So next year, you'll come to the US Open with me. Okay. Because did we even talk about the Open
No,
yet?
you never told me these stories.
Okay. So
about the Open.
This is a super fun story, and this like goes to show that there is still good in the world. All right. So my friend Tiff and I are at the US Open in New York in September. And we were like doing the thing, and then we had planned to go eat, and then we were going to leave to go meet my son. Well, we're sitting there, and we had matching hats on because the drink of the US Open is called a honey deuce.
Yes,
you know what that is?
I saw you guys posting all
Okay.
about it too.
They made $17 million just selling honeydews at the Open this year.
They looked delicious.
The chef's kiss will make them at my house.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I digress. So we'd had a few honeydews. We wanted to get like a snack and then we were going to leave. And it took forever to get a table at this place and whatever. We finally sit down and there's these two guys at the bar and then this group of people that are like over here. Okay. The two guys at the bar we are paying no attention to until one homie like goes to the bathroom and the other guy comes over to me and he's like, "Can I fix your hat?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I noticed like a tiny bit of cardboard is still in your hat and it's driving me nuts. Can I fix your hat?" And I was like, "Okay." So like, and I wasn't even thinking because we wanted to take pictures with our hats on with our honeydews. So I didn't take the little bit of cardboard like this by the bill off
Oh, okay.
or
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Right. And so I'm like, "Here you go." So he takes the cardboard out and he's talking to us and he's like trying to like strike up a conversation. And he's like, "Oh, my friend is newly single and blah, blah, blah. And he's just in the bathroom. He's just coming back, blah, 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 whatever." And the guy comes back and he's like, "Well, can we join you guys?" And just sat down. And I was like, "Oh, fuck me. Are you kidding me?"
Sorry, Paisley.
And so the one that was like, "Can I fix your hat?" starts flirting with Tiff and just obnoxious. Like, and it was sober obnoxious, which is a million times worse. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, are you married?" I mean, her ring is, y'all have seen it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to
miss.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, how happy?" And I did this. I was like, "Okay." And like, I go to get on my phone and the other guys like said something shitty to me. And I'm like, I'm not even fucking listening. Like, what this? And in my brain, I'm like, this is why I'm gonna be single forever. This is like whatever. And all of a sudden, oh, let me preface this. One of the guys from the group that was over here came over to our table and said, "Are you guys using these two chairs?" And I laughed and I go, "Well, obviously our bags are on them. Clearly we're using the chairs." And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like, oh, I was like, "I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Like, we'll take our bags and like take the chairs. It's no big deal."
Did not get your sense of
Well, he did eventually because we
Oh,
became
okay.
very good friends and we're still texting to this day.
Oh,
Anyway.
okay. So we like him. Okay.
We love him.
Okay.
But he is not like, he would not be into us. He would just be our friend.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Super flamboyant. Just like the best guy. And so we start like laughing and joking and like, "But no, like our bags need these special chairs. And don't you know where we're at?
Yeah.
Of course our bags have chairs." And like, it was like this whole joke. So he takes the chairs and he moves over and he like looks over and he can see that I'm just like, and that she is getting, I wouldn't say accosted because that's very dramatic, but like annoyed by this fucking guy.
They're not picking up the hints.
These idiots are not picking up the hints.
Yes.
And I literally started the NDSU football game on my phone.
No.
Yes. And started watching the football game to not talk to these idiots. I'm not kidding. Dead serious. So then one of the guys they were with, like, I kind of had looked up and he was like, and I, not the shitty guys, the group.
Oh, okay.
The group. And I'm like, "What?" And I was like, "But if Joaquin's over there, like they've got to be cool people. So they're better than these idiots." So I get up and I walk over there and he immediately like puts his arm around me and like pulls me in and goes, "I don't know like why you're talking to them when you're with us." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I'm not. We were just trying to eat and like, and then we were going to come back over here." And we like totally play it off. And then he was like, "Does she need like, we don't like this." And then one of the girls that was in the group was like, "We don't like this. We don't like this at all."
I love people like
And
that.
I was like, "Well, she's pretty scrappy." And they're like, "No." And so they get up and walk over there and like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. We have a new table. Are you coming with?"
I love when people do that.
Oh my God. It was the best thing. And we all became super good friends immediately.
Yes.
And hung out with them the rest of the night.
Because those are good people. People who
Yes.
can, strangers who can pick up on those uncomfortable situations and
intervene
when they don't know you.
Yes.
Those are good-hearted people.
Yes.
Because I know those situations like that happen all the time.
All the time. And so then the guy who pulled me over, Ryan, and I like just like were immediate friends and like started talking and whatever. And I said, the fact that you picked up on like there's a million, I mean, how many people were at the US Open?
Yeah.
And in that bar, everybody had been drinking and they had been taking shots. And like it was just a whole thing. I'm like, how did you notice that? He's like, well, because my mom taught me right. And I was like, enough said. Okay, cool. But my point in all of that is we met so many kick-ass human beings in that like day that you're going to come with next time.
I just need to get outside
Yes.
of Texas.
We need to get outside of Texas and we need to be around people who have earned the right to be there.
That, and also, which my parents have told me this, and I don't go to a bar to look for potential partners.
Gross,
because the whole thing is those people are only there to drink. And is that only the common interest you have with that person?
Correct. That's what I'm saying. You go to places where you have common interest.
That's where I was going. Go do things that you're interested in to meet someone who has which is rich coming from me because I haven't done that yet. But my plan is to eventually.
Well, so if the Open taught me anything, it was exactly that.
Yeah.
Because all of those people were incredible. And then they wanted to hang out with us afterwards, but we had other plans, so we couldn't. But they had gotten a table at, well, from what I know now, I did not know before until my son told me, one of the most exclusive clubs in New York. And we were invited to go with them. But my friend didn't want to go with. She shall not be named. Yeah, and like didn't care. Like they were like, oh, we're friends now, so let's go.
Huh.
And put our names on the list for some things that may or may not happen in Dallas. Who knows? Like, it doesn't matter. The point is that I felt more myself and was like talking to people. Like, you would have been like, who is she? Because I was around my people. Well, but kind of like when I'm at the theater.
Yes.
Because those are my people.
Yeah.
And so we have to do more of those things.
We do. And I also need to do better at going out and doing those things by myself, especially now that I have my own place and I'm in a newer-ish place, a place that I have been to before, but I've never lived in.
Yes.
And so there's plenty of things around where I live now that aren't that far away.
Well, and we still need to go play pickleball.
That's crazy. There's a chicken and pickle right across.
I know. That's why I said that. So, okay, we should take a poll. We need to take 2 polls. One, should Shelby and I learn how to play pickleball? And even though I'm old and she's young, would we be a good team? Because we would attract lots of different crowds.
True. This is very true.
So that's number 1. My second thing I was thinking about this morning when I was awake at 3:00 in the morning was I want to start solo traveling and I want to go to Iceland by myself. So if anyone has any tips for how to do that in the most fun way, let me know.
I'll talk to my cousin.
Okay.
My cousin that's a flight attendant for Delta has been to Iceland and Reykjavik many times.
Okay.
So I'll get her itinerary too. Another one of my dreams is for the Stars to make it to the Stanley Cup playoffs.
The Minnesota North Stars, you mean? That's what they were before.
I know.
Did you really know that? Because you looked confused.
No, I did. I just wasn't, like the Wild suck, kind of.
Right. So that's why we have married the two together.
I attribute I know they were the Minnesota North Stars, which is another reason why I'm more of a Stars fan than I am a Wild fan.
No, same. But that's why I'm saying, so that we've married them together.
Yes.
Like Minnesota came here.
Yes. I guess in my head, it's still like the Dallas Stars.
That's cute, but it's not.
Because Dallas Stars.
We'll discuss hockey another day.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably think of aspects of dating that we missed as well.
Or if you have questions or things that you want us to talk about,
submit.
Then leave it in the comments. Let us know.
I know we definitely have tons of combined. The two of us have a ton of crazy stories. Even though I'm only 24,
and even though I was married for 19 years,
I got some stories.
Samesies.
And the stories will probably continue to increase as I get older, but
I hope to never have another story.
I don't know. But so far,
please, never again.
Combined, the two of us have a wild dating history.
Yes. Because we were comparing something one day.
We were comparing crazy stories.
Yeah, we were.
Just like giving like 2-3 words to describe.
And we're like, oh yeah, no, same.
Yeah. I feel like I
Then this
never
happened.
thought I'd be 23 and experiencing this, but yet here I am.
Yep.
So we'll probably have to do another part just talking about crazy dating stories. I can dive into more of the wild era that was Hinge.
Oh my God, you have to. Also, before we go, and I need you to check this out, there is a lesbian chick on TikTok who has a heterosexual Tinder account that she will match with guys. And the only question she asks them is, what's your most controversial opinion? It's wild. The answers that she gets back, wild. Like, to the point where I kind of want to copy her.
I think you should.
And like, because she's probably about your age. So I would be so curious.
I think you definitely
what guys
should.
my age would say to that.
Oh, we might be opening Pandora's box too.
Can you? I know.
And then we can go through them. We can make it a video, and it could be like a weekly or bi-weekly video of going through.
Okay, you have to help me make a
Holly's Tinder.
Isn't Tinder though just for hooking up?
Yes, but I mean now I feel like every dating app is now turning into people who just want to fuck.
Oh,
and people who don't care about relationships. Because
so like if I'm on Tinder doing like this fake profile thing and a client saw it and I could like be like, no, like it's a whole series.
Well, we can find different pictures, and you could also explain that it's a series.
Because I think any of my clients would be like, that's hysterical. What have you heard?
Yes, I think your clients would understand.
Yeah.
But I
think like some of this shit is so wild.
I mean, I think I probably deleted a lot of the weird things people had said to me on Hinge, but I will never forget just a little snippet being a part of a certain Facebook group, ladies, if you know, you know.
Anyway, carry on.
But being on Hinge and being a part of said Facebook group that shall not be named at the same time is a wild place to be. And especially when one of the people that you matched with was posted on there for having a wife and kids.
Yep. Okay, so I guess the consensus is I am going to start an account and ask people their most controversial opinion.
Yeah, I would say maybe Hinge you'd probably get a more, I think answers would be more diverse and
than on Tinder.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we do that, and then let's start a series where we read all the craziest ones.
Yes.
Oh, I love this. You might have to help me though.
Yeah, I wonder too if we'd get different answers if I did it compared to if you did it.
What if we both do it?
Because then I'd be getting the young 20-somethings.
Yes, and I'm getting the old men.
It's just scary.
And I wonder how similar they would be. Like they didn't change.
Especially in our geographical area.
The red pill area of the country. Oh, this could be fascinating. Should we do it?
Yeah, we'll need a bottle of wine for that one.
Okay, let's do this.
That's definitely, yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay,
let us know if you if you think all of these ideas are great. If you would listen to all of these ideas. Yeah. If not, let us know because then we won't do it.
Well, right, but we're so entertaining that I feel like they would. Anyway,
yeah, we can make any idea great.
Yeah.
Also, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. So
yeah. So okay, bye.
Like, subscribe.
Oh yeah.
Hit the follow button.
Send us messages. I don't know. What
comment below.
Oh yeah.
Comment below.
Send us a message. Send us a letter.
DM us. Comment below. Okay. We're done.